Streaming.
Cush's internet is down.
And I think we're live. Oh, let me fix this real quick. There we go, perfect. And I think we're live now. So, go ahead and say hi. Mel, I got a message from somebody. Oh, TJ. Ignore that for now. Anyway, yeah, so today, we only have Mel, currently, because our current, party is busy with the holidays and such. That was the issue with the last game, no one's able to make it, so I didn't stream it, but today we'll be able to stream with Mel, only, because I have a few ideas for how to introduce his character. I should stop scrolling around, it's probably very dizzying. So Mel, go ahead and, introduce yourself, I guess.
Hello, folks. My name is Mel. Well, my character's name is Alistair Logan. He happens to be the offspring of a demoness and a little green man that can change form.
I mean, it might sound familiar to some people, but just ignore it. There is no familiarities to any characters out there with those with his parents. Just accept that. Especially you, DC Comics or Detective Comics. We know you're probably not listening, but just in case, there's no similarities between any of your characters and his parents.
Nope, none whatsoever.
Yep.
Just all coincidence.
So, getting back into it, let me go ahead and say, last time, our heroes found themselves at odds with Deadeye and Safari as they robbed the new Titan Bank. The heroes battled them with hearts of courage when they weren't fighting with each other. However, through valiant efforts and Herculean feats, God, I can't fucking read, the heroes made it to the bank vault and met face to face with a large creature deemed as brute by the citizens of Halcyon City. The villains make a quick escape once the creature is revealed, and despite their best efforts, couldn't find a way to make it past the behemoth that towered before them. But once the creature saw the light of day, it chose to run off instead of continue to fight, leaving the heroes in a wrecked bank and no villains to face justice. It has been 3 days since that event, Bank Heist. But before we continue on that path, because this is a 1.5 session, we'll go in for like 2 days, or probably like 2 days since that event. The police of Halcyon City have lost sight of the creature, somehow, because they're incompetent, and the heroes are too bothered by other shit to actually handle it. But one hero has chosen to investigate the situation and hunt using his special beast-like powers. That is Alistair Logan, known as the Demon, to the people of Halcyon City. And you are currently on a rooftop, brooding like most heroes do. Go ahead and place your character down once I pull you over. Boop. There you go. Mel?
I'm still here.
Okay, there you are. Perfect. Might want to increase the size. I'll increase the size of your character. So we'll say you're right here. There you go. Perfect. So you're up here, brooding, and you are currently hunting the large creature known as Brute. And, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm going to use my powers now to shift into a large canine
Alright.
and try to see if I can catch his scent.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and roll, Freak. Or I guess technically you'll be able to shift command 1 3. So yeah, you'll shift into a dire wolf, because you gotta be demony or whatever, a hellhound, whichever one you prefer.
Yes.
And you immediately pick up the scent of something very nasty. It smells like swamp ass, and it's very like crude and wild. And what are you gonna do?
I'm going to start following that scent.
All
See
right,
where
yeah.
it leads, try and keep to the shadows out of sight.
Yeah, you start hunting, and you follow the scent, and you're going closer and closer to the scent, and soon you see a man in what appears to be a safari garb, kneeling down in a dark alleyway. And he seems to be very invested in something, so let me go ahead and get that character out. You see the safari as he is kneeling down. We won't switch panels just yet, but he's kneeling down, he's very investigating in something, and he seems perplexed. And you are, you know him to be a villain, and you know he was part of the bank heist that happened. Go ahead and, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm assuming he hasn't noticed me yet.
He has not.
Yeah, my character's going to charge at him and try to tackle him.
Alright, go ahead and roll directly engage. Ooh, alright. So, yes, you, so as he's kneeling down, you come up and you charge right at him, and you hit him right in the back, and he just yells like, "Oh!" as you smash him to the ground, and you're now on top of him, and you are staring him down. What are you gonna say? You currently have him like mounted, in a way.
Just basically growls at him, and the demon-esque voice.
Give yourself up.
Oh,
Peacefully.
I can't do that right now. I'm busy and I'm quite in the middle of something. You see, that creature I saw was quite magnificent. The large brute from the bank. It gave me a thrill, a challenge, the hunt, especially when it disappeared from the cops in such a manner. Do you know what kind of creatures can do that? Great ones. Ones that deserve the challenge of a great hunter like myself. And I'm actually on its track. If, before you rudely tackled me to the ground, I was currently investigating what seemed to be a footprint of the beast. And he's gonna try and, like, motion to behind where he got tackled. And, like, he's showing that, like, there's a large footprint there that looks to be very, monstrous.
But I do know he was involved in the...
He was involved, but he just described to you that, like, he's hunting the beast, and he actually has a trail, unlike the cops or really anything else, and you are also looking for the beast as well. So he's basically like, I have a trail, and you also need a trail, so what are you gonna do?
We'll look at him and tell him, fine, we will work together for now. You try anything funny, and I won't hesitate to rip your heel out.
Oh my. Quite the beastly hero we have here. I must admit, you seem rather vicious. But, okay, we can work together. It's always wise for a hunter to never hunt alone. And he kind of motions off and looks off to the side, and like you could see, like, you don't know, like you can kind of see at the corner of your eye that some of his pets are like lingering around and like ready to attack and get into combat with you, but they're not doing it right now because you guys are working together.
Yeah.
So he gets back up and he motions them to calm down. He has like snakes, and he has his Jerome the elephant and all of his creatures, and they're all chilling. And he's like, "We can work together, sure." And he gets up and brushes himself off. He says, "It's strange, but it seems that footprint seems to be the only actual footprint. He left no others. From what my guess is, he probably was on top of the roof, but jumped down and landed with one foot directly into the pavement, causing it to leave an imprint. It's so strange, this creature. It's almost like it isn't even an organism. It doesn't leave any droppings. It doesn't need a feed or drink or anything. It just moves and does what it wants. It's quite the challenge for a hunter as myself."
As he's talking, I'm going to go over there sniffing around at the footprint, see if I can pick up any sort of a scent.
Alright, yeah, you, go ahead and roll, what would it be? Roll Freak, whatever that one is. powers, unleash your powers or whatever. Alright, yeah, it's hard to make out, but you smell very faint smells of decay and a little bit of rot, and some very robotic-y sort of metal smell, and you're not sure what to make of it, but it does definitely smell strange.
It smells of decay and metal.
Oh my. Of course. This creature is probably some sort of, well, some sort of, amalgamation creature. It's probably isn't some god-made creature. It's some beast of certain. I must admit, a creature of this magnitude should probably be captured and taken down rather quickly and mounted on a great wall over a fireplace of some sort. Do you have a track of it in any way?
What do you mean?
Do you have like a trail? Do you sense a trail? He's asking you, do you sense a trail? And as a GM, I'm gonna say like, you do kind of have a faint trail going off.
There's faint smell.
Well,
Faint trail leading that way.
Alright, then we shall follow it. Best be on guard. They wouldn't want to be caught off guard again. And he's gonna start crouching back down. And he's gonna pull his laser rifle out, and he's just gonna like hunt off in the shadows along with you. So,
okay.
Yeah. So you two are walking, and you're sort of stealthing around, following the scent. And he's gonna say like, So you seem to be some sort of shapeshifter. Why is that? How did you get your powers, hero?
That is no concern for you.
Oh, okay. Well, usually I like to get to know my cohorted hunters when I am currently hunting with them. It helps share the sort of bond, you know? It allows you to know who has your back in these situations, so you don't get tackled in behind by crazy wolf creatures. And he's gonna look at his animals in shame, and he's gonna be like, personally, I'm mostly just a normal human who has enjoyed hunting ever since the wee age of 4. I've hunted every big game imaginable, and I must admit, I got pretty bored of it rather quickly. I've hunted legendary lions to even dragons of some sort. After a while, I decided the only thing to really challenge myself would be robbing banks and stealing great treasures of sort. But apparently, heroes don't... What?
Why resort to a life of crime when you can hunt villains instead? Hunt them for their cunning,
Everything is too...
ability.
Villains are all foolish. They're all too easy to find. They're all too easy and foolhardy. They're too busy hiding and also the... Okay, so he's gonna say, I had to think about this because it's a good question. He's gonna say, well, villains, they're very sort of foolhardy, and everybody's hunting them. There are so many heroes hunting the villains. There are so many cops and even normal civilians on the internet and on places like that Chan place or whatever. They're always investigating these cretins and other villains that always want to steal and rob and stuff. I just want to do it for the fun. There's no point in hunting villains because everybody else is hunting villains already, and there's no fun in hunting something that everybody else is hunting. I want to do the rare things that nobody else can find. The things that people have already given up on. Villains aren't rare. They're everywhere. There's always some two-bit person trying to rob a bank, but there's never always going to be some crown jewel of some Indian goddess locked up in some ancient vault in the middle of Manhattan or whatever. There's no thrill to that. There's no thrill to the hunting villains, but there's a thrill to being able to find something that nobody else can, you know?
I could actually accept that answer.
Yes, because it was a very long-winded speech as I was trying to make sense of all of it. But, yes, so, Are you still unsure? You want to even talk a little bit about yourself?
I personally have no qualm with you. Besides the fact that you robbed the bank.
Oh, yes, I get that a lot.
As long as you're just doing petty crime, I really don't care.
Oh, well,
But
thank you.
when abominations like that threaten innocent lives, that's when the problem comes.
Oh, yes. Creatures like this are quite a danger to most normal people, especially in an urban jungle like this. If this was the wild, maybe it'd be happier, because then it could actually live amongst its other creatures, and since it doesn't really eat, it wouldn't disturb the ecosystem at all. Though,
Eat that we know of.
yeah, I haven't found any droppings of it or any actual sort of things that it could possibly eat, but yes, it could possibly eat. I haven't observed it in nature naturally, but I suspect that it hasn't left any traces of any large quantities of food that is consumed, or any recounts of food being stolen. Even garbage has been eaten, which was my first guess for a creature of this magnitude would be going after. I started checking the dumps and didn't find it there, but I did find a few interesting places to note of. Those were usually dead ends, and which one led me here, and then I found you. But yes, who knows? I prefer to actually kill the creature and mount its head over my fireplace. I imagine a creature of this magnitude would make for quite the story. Don't you agree?
If it can't be reasoned with and has to be taken down, it will be taken down.
Agreed.
If it can be reasoned with you try to kill it, we will have a problem.
Okay, well, I'll leave the talking to you then. You seem to be more in touch with creatures of this sort of beastly nature.
And as for stealing artifacts and things, I honestly don't care what you do as long as you're not putting in.
Oh, I've been told multiple times that the only thing is hurting me from stealing those objects is myself. The locals tell me multiple times that they're cursed. It hasn't affected me yet.
Oh, and what of your entourage?
My lovelies, why, they're my personal trained pets. He's gonna kind of give like a small little whistle, and from his little coat, a large anaconda is gonna come out, and he's like, "This is Albert. He is my personal protection in case anybody got close to me. I was planning on using him if you ever tried to actually attack me while I was tackled to the ground. Say hi, Albert." It's gonna it's gonna do that one thing where it puts his thing out and sort of senses around with its tongue.
Yeah.
Which is basically like it's saying hello.
Yeah. It's a snake.
And he's like, "Back there is Jerome. He is my personal ride around the city. He is surprisingly stealthy despite his size. And below us is I forgot his name. Let me go check real quick. It was Scar. Scar is currently below the sewers, guarding below us to make sure the beast doesn't sneak up in any way. Spots is currently in recovery because he got blasted a few times by that blasted flying sun hero named Orion or whatever. But but I mean, he'll make a quick recovery.
Kindly to robbers.
What?
Of any sort. We don't take very kindly to robbers of any sort.
I've noticed.
But honestly, you're less of a threat than this creature is.
Indeed. How is the trail coming? Go roll Roll a perception. Not perception, but roll a freak again.
Let's see, how's the trail coming?
Yep.
Full
Alright.
hit.
So you're gonna say, like, it smells like it's very near.
It smells like it's very near.
Like the smell has gotten stronger.
It smells gotten stronger. It is close by.
And
We must be on our guard.
And, so, upon that, Safari, he's gonna stop and he's just gonna become as quiet as possible. Like, this is the quietest you've ever seen a human. And you know, like, this is clearly, like, he's a really good hunter. So he's gonna look around and he's gonna put his hand to the ground and, he's gonna be like, oh, move! And, like, he's gonna jump out the way. And from below, his pet alligator Scar is gonna blast up from the ground and sort of fall up and land on top of a nearby building. And from below it, where is it at? It's down here somewhere. There he is. The large, massive brute is gonna blast out of the ground, and he's kind of in between the two of you. So it's just like roar. And like it knows that you're following it, and it's seeing both of you, and it's on you both down. And go ahead and what are you gonna do?
I'm going to turn into an anaconda and try and wrap around its legs.
All right, so you're going right to attacking it.
Yep.
All right, roll freak. Ooh. So yeah, you turn into an anaconda and you start going to it, and like it sees you, and it let's see, it will like punt the ground, and like as you're going forward, like all the rock and ground beneath you like sort of picks you up, and you just fling back and you go ahead and hit the wall behind you. Go ahead and roll for a powerful blow as you hit the wall with a decent amount of force in your small little anaconda form.
Powerful blow, powerful blow.
That is that's a normal D12, I believe. Actually, hold on. Let me check that up. I'll look it up real quick. Let me do something.
Yeah, I just don't see it on sheet.
Yeah,
but,
it's let me. It's not playbooks. Moves. Yeah, it's moves. I'll pull moves up real quick. Take a powerful blow. You roll plus conditions. So just roll a flat D26. You want to miss with this. That's the goal.
Give me just a moment, sorry.
That's alright. Oh. You can roll from the sheet, but that's good. You make it.
I can roll from the sheet.
You roll a you can choose one.
Oh, flat 2d6. I completely missed that.
Yep.
But when that happens, I'm not my body happens. When you take a powerful physical blow, you may roll as if you had 2 fewer conditions marked. If you do, on a 10+, you must choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way.
All right. Yeah, you don't have any conditions right now, but right now I'm just gonna say that you hit the wall and like you revert back into your normal form. You kind of sliding down, like you're just like, ow, that hurt. For right now, I won't do any of the things. From behind, good old Safari, he's gonna pull his laser pistol up and he's gonna fire right at its back. And let's see if he can actually even hit. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Because thankfully he has a character sheet too. So directly engage. 11. So he manages to hit the creature in the back, and like it's like it yells, and it turns around to face him, and he has created an opportunity for you to attack it because it currently has its back to you, and it's coming close, stomping closer to Safari. What are you gonna do?
I am going to use my active move, Unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Let me go ahead
under
and look up
danger. When you smash your way through, to get to or away from something, roll plus danger on a hit. It's only smashing through stuff. I was basically gonna try and charge him, turn into a rhino and charge him.
All right.
Try and slam him into a wall.
Yeah. Well, remember that if you can push him forward, he's probably gonna smash into Safari, and he's only a human being. So yeah, that might hurt him.
I'll try and turn into a snake again and wrap around his feet.
You're gonna do that again?
Engage or freak.
What? Oh, what are you
Directly
doing?
engage or freak.
Well, what are you doing again? The rhino thing?
I'm going to attempt to turn into a snake and wrap around his feet to trip him up.
Alright, that would be a freak again, because you're using your powers to slow him down. Alright, you do a hit, directly engage a... Oh, this is freak, so... but you, on 7 and 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So, which would you prefer? To mark a condition, or tell you, or have me tell you if the thing is unstable or temporary? Which do you prefer?
What do you mean?
For unleash your powers, which is freak, when you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape the environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak on a hit. You do it on a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So what would you prefer to do? For those two. Would you prefer me to tell you how it's unstable or temporary, or would you prefer to tell me... I can just go ahead and do the temporary one if you want.
Yeah, I'll do the temporary one for now.
Alright, so okay, so essentially you do wrap around his legs and you stop him, but like, he's breaking free rather quickly, and like, he's like, his strength is really, really high, so
yeah, it's
hard for you to hold it. So, but you've created another opportunity for Safari, so he is going to go ahead and pull his rifle up again, and let's see what he does. He will try and hit yet again. Directly engage. Ooh, he hits. So he fires a blast right at the creature's face, and it doesn't like that. And it's just like roar. But it seems to be barely even affected. It's getting angry, but it's not like, it doesn't seem to be getting any any more hurt. And this is when Safari's he's gonna whistle, and from the side, his giant elephant Jerome is gonna come charging in, and let's see what he does. I actually have no powers for them, but let's just go ahead and say, I shouldn't close that.
Well, I think he would probably roll off of his.
Flat to see. Actually, yeah, I could probably do that. They do have a character sheet, but let's see, cancel. That should probably be freak. So let's see. So yeah, Jerome does hit, and like you let go upon seeing the elephant charging. You let go, and the elephant hits it, and it sends it flying back like about 10 feet, and it lands, and it kind of rolls, but then like it just it stands back up, like it sort of regains itself, and it's sort of like in a crouching battle stance, just like roar, just yelling. And yeah, what are you guys gonna do? So I'll just say it's up here, and you guys are down here. So let's go like that. There we go.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a rhino now and charge at it.
Alright, so yeah, you turn into a... Go ahead and roll freak. Oh yeah, so yeah, you managed to ram into it, and go ahead and let's see. Roll plus danger on a hit, trade blows on a 10 plus, pick 1, on a 7 to 9, pick 1. Oh, on a 10 plus, pick 2. So pick 2 from the directly engaged list. Do you see the directly engaged list?
No.
Alright, I'll go ahead and read it off to you. It's resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, and that's it. So you choose 2 of those.
Well, I'll make an opening for my allies.
Alright, you get to have one more as well. So, what else you want to do?
And is this thing wearing, like, armor?
It is wearing a
Does
bit
it
of armor,
actually
yeah.
look like...
It's kind of molded into a skin, though.
I'm gonna try and take a chunk of its armor.
Alright, you managed to rip off a bit of its shin guard as well. Because you're sort of charging in, and it's a bit taller than a rhino, but like when you charge in, your horn gets into it. You kind of just gnash out a bit of its shin armor. So now it's going to be let's see, it's going to be Safare's turn, and he's going to fire yet again at the creature. And I won't roll this time. I'll just say that it hits it, and it just yells at him. And it looks down at you, and it brings its fist down, and it's gonna attempt to swing both of its little girders it has in its hand at you in your rhino form. Go ahead and roll for well, it's gonna do that with one hand, but as well, it's gonna use its other hand to also hit Jerome the elephant. Go ahead and roll your take a powerful blow. Yeah. Which is, that's going to be, do you know, that's roll plus conditions, 2d9. Okay, so what happens is, so it hits both of you. It hits Jerome with his right hand, and it hits you with its left hand, and you both get sent flying back into the wall.
I would actually like to do something.
What's that?
As it tries to hit Jerome as well, use my savior.
You will not be able to, because it hit you as well. Like, it's hitting both of you at the same time. If you if you like resisted its blow when you did directly engage, or you did like a 5, I would say you could do it. But for right now, you're just being hit. Okay. So, yeah, you get hit, and Jerome gets hit. You both get blasted into the walls with its mighty blows. You took a 9, so choose one from the list of things, which is
one from the conditions.
It's take a powerful blow thing. So it's like you can struggle past the pain, which is more of the condition. You can give ground to the opposition, or you can lash out verbally, which is one of the ones you could choose.
I'll mark a condition.
Well, you have to mark 2 conditions, so be careful with that.
Okay, what was the others?
It was you give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition.
I will attempt to provoke the other guy into a foolhardy action.
Okay, so you're gonna yell at good old poor little
Come on, Safari! Shoot the damn thing in the head!
I've been aiming for the head. He's gonna because you provoke him to a foolhardy action, he's gonna run up, and he's going to throw sand in the monster's eye from the short range. He's gonna pull his pocket sand out of him, and he's gonna throw sand right in its eyes. Pocket sand. And upon doing that, let's see. I'll say that he's able to. I'll say because he's directly engaged the threat, he's gonna resist. He's gonna avoid the blows. He's gonna start immediately running back, and like as the monster's chasing him and it's like smashing behind him, he's running at full speed behind him, and eventually the monster does end up catching him and grabbing him. But all right, now what are you gonna do? So yeah, the monster's currently grabbing. What?
As he goes near me, can I try and use Savior now?
But you kind of got passed up. But right now, you can try and save him now, though. So right now, the monster's grabbed Safari and he's holding him. And he's like, oh, he's like, it's about to crush him. It's just yelling in his face like a monster does.
I'll try and slam into the monster from the side. Slam it into the wall.
All right, so let's see. I think you have to roll directly engage for that because it's still technically a it'll be technically a it wouldn't be a savior move. Ooh. So you ram into it, and it doesn't move. Like, it's clearly a lot angrier, and it's somehow gotten stronger. And like you feel that it's just too strong for right now. But but while you're well, so you directly engage it, you punch right into it, and it's not able to do, like, you don't really move it. It's kind of just too weak. Like, you're not weak, but like it's just getting stronger itself, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because before you were able to move it, but now it's just like it's just too strong, and it's as
Too
it's
short
trying
of
to
a
crush. What?
Too short of a distance.
Yeah, probably. So as it's crushing, as it's trying to crush Safari in its hands, Albert, his snake, comes out and it circles around and goes up to his head, and it starts like sort of attacking it and trying to choke it out, but it's not really doing anything. It's not strong enough. And he's like, you're doing good, Albert," as he's being crushed. He can't do anything right now because he's currently incapacitated or struggling against being crushed. But you are still... Oh, wait, that's right. I'm going to say that the creature, he's going to try and kick you with its leg as you attack it from behind. It's going to try and like back kick you. So go ahead and roll your... Go ahead and roll for a powerful blow. Ooh, you take a pretty powerful blow. So yeah, the creature has clearly gotten stronger over the time. And when you take a powerful blow like this, you must remove yourself from the battle, you lose control of yourself or your powers, or you choose two options from the 7 or 9 list. So, what do you want to do?
It's a powerful blow. You may roll if you had 2 fewer conditions marked. If you do on a 10 plus, you must choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way. So I will go with I'm not my body.
Mm-hmm. Which, let me go and look what this does. So, I imagine you have it on here. I'm not my body. So, let's see.
Yeah.
When you take a powerful physical blow, you may roll as if you had 2 fewer conditions marked. If you do, on a 10 plus, you must choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way. Alright. So, you get kicked back a bit, and your body is, oh, you rolled. Roll something. Alright.
I got a 7.
So you get kicked back a bit, and like you start rolling, and like he's changed back to your body, and you see that he's being crushed, and Albert isn't able to do anything, and Jerome is still not to the wall, and currently his creature, his alligator, is still on the roof, unconscious and probably severely injured. And you're just like, you're getting all angry and stuff, and your body begins to shift a bit, and you're kind of like not sure what's happening, and you turn into a giant sort of demon-like creature, and you charge at the monster, and you immediately hit it.
I rolled below the 10.
What?
It does say on a 10 plus,
Oh.
you must choose yourself in a terrible way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so what happens if you roll a 7 on a hit?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, so you just get knocked back then. You can still... Okay, well, I guess something happens then. So you get knocked back, and you're in, like, a lot of pain, and you don't know what to do.
I'm going to attempt to unleash my powers and turn into a silverback gorilla.
Alright. That's the really epic plan, but I guess not. Ooh, so yeah, you turn into a silverback gorilla. You come up and you start pounding on its back as hard as you can, avoiding its spike but hitting it directly. And it's just like, you're eventually doing stuff. You're hitting it hard enough to actually eventually do something, and it ends up dropping Safari as you are currently pounding it as hard as you can on its back. And Safari, he looks rather beaten and bruised. And Albert lets go, and as you are currently just striking its back. But as it's doing this, it's going to grab you from its back and throw you against the wall. It eventually grabs you and throws you against the wall. Go ahead and roll for a powerful blow. Another one, because that's the main point of this game. Oh, hey, you're pretty good. So yeah, it grabs you and throws you, but you manage to catch yourself on you catch yourself onto the wall. It doesn't do any damage. And the creature, it's gonna charge at you while you're on the wall, I guess. So, what would you like to do? You have an opportunity to do something here, so what would you like to do?
As it's charging at me at the wall, I'm going to jump out of the way.
Alright.
And just let it run into the freaking wall.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for, what would it be? I guess there's an real agility thing, but, I'll say, yeah, you easily move out the way of the creature. And it hits the wall.
I would actually...
What?
What I would like to do is try to jump at it, over it to grab its head and slam it backwards onto the ground. So directly engage.
Oh, alright. Or directly engage. Alright. So yeah, you manage to do this. So as it's charging forward, you jump forward, you grab it, and you manage to do this thing and manage to use the creature's own momentum against it and fling it down. And it hits the ground so hard that it smashes back down into the sewers from the street. And you are really tired, and you shift back into your normal form as your body is like, it's basically giving up at this point, because like the amount of blows you've taken are like sort of building up, and you're tired and you're just out of it. And you see the creature from below the ground. What?
Just character went ow.
Oh, yeah. So you managed to pull this off, but your character is less like your heart's beating extremely fast, and you're just your adrenaline's starting to give away. Like you had an adrenaline rush, but like now it's starting to just go out, and you're just like, you don't even think you could change back into an animal at this point because you're just so tired. And the creature below you, it gets back up from while it's in the sewers and looks up at you two, but then it just begins to run off into the sewers and eventually disappear. You try and chase after it, but you can barely even stand on your legs at this point because you're getting too tired. And so yeah, now you're both currently on the ground, defeated. Not defeated, but you managed to beat away the beast, but it did escape in the end. But you did find it. And yeah, so what are you gonna do? As both you and Safari and his own creatures currently lay on the ground, mostly tired and out of it.
We'll attempt to get up, walk over, check on Safari.
Alright.
Just because he's a good guy anyways. Safari may be evil, but you know.
He might be a villain, but he's a decent human being that you can relate to and hasn't actually called you a monster. So
exactly.
So yeah, go ahead and roll for take a powerful blow to see if you can manage to get through it. You want to roll low for this, so because take a powerful blow. Hey, no. So you muster up some strength and you manage to get up, and you're sort of like holding onto your chest because you think you might have a few broken ribs because it just hurts a lot. And you're kind of like limping over, and there's like, you pull down and you start like trying to check him, and like Safari gets up and he sort of like shaking, like, oh, is it gone? What happened?
Damn thing escaped underground through the sewers.
Oh, that beast is quite something. That was I feel like we probably got very lucky there. But it was a pleasure working with you. He lets out this thing as he tries to get up on his own. He's clearly struggling, but he's kind of making it. And he's like, I thank you, but I should probably get going. I would prefer to not be around if the cops show up. I'll try and continue to hunt the beasts in my own time, but thank you for your assistance, hero. Hopefully we meet again on even better terms. And he's gonna try and go off and check on his pets. What are you gonna do?
I'm actually going to try to talk to him and tell him that if he comes with me, I can help make sure he gets checked out. I won't turn him into the police right now, as long as he later returns the stolen stuff stuff to a museum or something. I don't care how, but I won't turn him in.
All
if
right,
he'll come
go
with
ahead
me
and
and bring his animals.
go ahead and just try and role play it out. Go ahead and just try and role play out. You describe, like, explain this to him.
If you'll come with me, I'll take you back to where my mother is, and you'll be able to learn a little more about me. And we can look towards your creatures, your animals, your companions, whatever you want to call them.
All right. So go
We
ahead.
won't
What?
turn you in as long as you promise to return the stuff you stole from the bank.
He didn't steal anything with the bank. The bank heist was a bust.
Okay. I didn't actually know if he stole anything from the bank or not.
It's fine. Essentially what happened was, once they opened the bank vault, Brute came out, and, he was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fight this thing right now, because it seems, like, really dangerous, and I'm in the middle.
So he went, okay, nope, I'm out, fuck it.
Yeah. He said that, because, like, most of his allies were already weak, and he didn't want to fight this thing alone,
Right.
while also having heroes around, so he just left. But he wanted to hunt it down later on without the heroes interrupting, which is what he was doing now, but got his ass beat. And,
Got interrupted anyways.
yeah.
And then helped out.
Yeah, you can never be in Halcyon City for too long without being interrupted by a hero. But go ahead and roll Pierce the Mask, I believe, which is going to be
Monday.
Monday.
-1.
No, you'll I was gonna say I was gonna give you a +1 because because of the way you RP'd it. But
Okay, it's an 8.
You got an 8, which he's gonna look at you and say, that sounds not so bad. I can try and do that. We can sit down and have a cup of tea and discuss things and maybe try and heal a bit. I'll go and fetch my pets and we can be on our way.
Yes.
So yes, he gets Scar off the top of the roof. You guys managed to get Scar off the top of the roof. He seems to be doing better as he had time to heal up, but he still got knocked through the pavement of the ground and thrown on top of a building. You get Jerome out of a nearby wall, and Albert's still doing pretty okay, but he's tired. And yeah, you all head home for now and lick your wounds from fighting the massive brute. So yeah, that'll be probably the end of the session. I'll say that this will be we'll end the panel with the two of you heading home, and it's gonna be like till next time. And yeah, the two of you head home for now, and and we'll see you next time. One thing you do realize is that tonight is actually a school night, and that school will probably be coming soon.
Yeah.
But
Not that I'm telling him this or anything, but
right. But until then, you will be resting up, and hopefully you'll be able to go to school with a few broken ribs tomorrow. But yes, thank you all for watching, whoever showed up. It was a pleasure to DM, or GM, whichever one that works for this game. We'll try and have a game next Saturday. Hopefully Mel and everybody else will show up, and the holidays will be rightfully over. I look forward to it. Go ahead and say goodbye, Mel, I suppose.
goodbye.
Alright.
I hope you all had fun. Hope I didn't do too horribly bad for you.
You did pretty good. This will be the end of the session. Alright, well, that will be everything.